first of all, we definitely got to talk about this and send a big get well to DMX, who suffered a heart attack after an alleged drug overdose on Friday. DMX's attorney, Maury Richmond, told CNN that the rapper was still on life support at a New York hospital. Celebrities, including, a bunch of celebrities sent get well messages.
I think Missy and LL Cool J sent their, regard.
LL Cool J wrote, "Today is 4/3/21. It's only right that we celebrate the talent and genius of my brother DMX. On the floor, 3, 2, 1. We love you. Get well fast." Missy Elliott posted prayers for DMX and his families. Our thoughts and prayers, of course, go out to him and his family. I heard that he had very little brain activity.
Oh, no.
But there was some. But you know what? It ain't really up to the doctors. It's up to God what's going to happen with him. How do y'all feel about this? What are your thoughts on this, ladies?
You know what? He's done this publicly. You know what I mean? Like, he's really tried to kick the habit. He's came out and was honest about his addiction. He came out to be honest about his relationship when he was in the boot camp and everything. So, you never know what's going on with somebody and why it happened and how he failed or whatever. But one thing's for sure is that he was trying to kick it, kick the habit that is, and he knew that he needed help and he had gotten help. And, so we don't know what happened, like you said, alleged drug overdose. We don't know, but we do know what kind of condition he's in, and so because we have lost so many people for so many different reasons, a loss is a loss, you know what I mean? So I hope that we don't have to mourn the death of him, not at all. I love the fact that his ex-wife was able to take video of everyone that was outside of the hospital that was supporting DMX, you know what I mean? Because I don't know if he knows that they're out there, but I believe in energy. And I really feel like you can feel the love when it's around you. You know what I mean? And maybe, and hopefully that's all he needs to know, is that we want him to survive. We want him to pull through and we want him to come through, So to that ex-wife, absolutely girl, you did that. Whatever you put to the side, whatever love you got for him, you showed up and showed out and said, hey, this is what's going on with him. We need more. So hats off to her. And I hope like hell that he comes through.
Vivica, what do you think?
Well, I've dealt with addiction in my family for a long time. Mm-hmm. And I've left a statement and I said that addiction is real. DMX is just so deep, and you could see the outpouring of love and support that came, just to let you know how long he's been doing this and how much he's loved, like Lisa Ray was saying. However, the people got to know, like, the drugs that they putting out now, y'all, they lacing them with fentanyl. So this is what's causing people that may fall off the wagon temporarily, that when they fall off, it's almost killing them. They go running toward that monkey that they absolutely cannot get off of their back, no matter how much you love them, pray for them, act up, cry, yell at them. Like, addiction is real. And I'm sorry that I just don't want that to be the last of his memory, is what I'm saying. So I'm praying for him. But I just want to tell you guys that if you have someone in your family that is dealing with addiction, to talk about it. It's difficult. Every family got one. They don't care who you from, how rich you are. It happens. So if you got somebody, please let them know, like someone as strong as DMX, who's been a star for a very long time, needs our prayers. And it's just hurtful.
Yes,
I need people to be careful when you're out having fun. And this is not about DMX, it's about just the people that are watching right now. I think we get comfortable, we get careless, we take a drink from someone that we may not really know like that. We smoke a blunt, we hit the blunt sometimes. And I think I saw some videos about him saying he was tricked into having, into using for the first time. And there's a lot of that happens. I remember other people telling me, like, they smoked weed with some folks they didn't really know, or they smoked weed with someone that was laced with something, and then the first time got them hooked. So just be careful out there. The people, heroin, PCP, crack. People are putting crack in blunt sometimes, and people just pass the blunt around. First of all, you'll never do that again after Corona. But I'm just like, right? Like, there's no more of that. But like, just be careful out here. Like, listen, we all want to have fun, we all want to turn up, but please be careful, because I don't believe anyone ever signed up to be a crack addict. You know what I mean? No one ever
Or
signs up to
yeah,
be
drug
a heroin addict.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of time, and then sometimes it starts with a pain addiction, a pain issue.
And
And
you know
that's
what I mean?
what,
That's
you
funny
know
that
what,
you say that.
Claudia, I'm so glad you brought that up, because that's what we discovered this week with the trial, that his girlfriend, when she testified, she said that they both got addicted to opioids because of pain.
Yeah.
That was so surprising to me, because you just think, oh, you know, he was wild and he was high, and not knowing that, you know, they're passing out these pills like oh, here, like an aspirin back in the day, and people are getting serious drug addictions.
And you know what?
So-
Just and even when it's opioids, and you may not even think to go that far because you think automatically, oh no, I don't want to do drugs. But there was a time when I started drinking a lot, and my mother was like, you know, those little 4-packs of those little wine, the little wine that you have in a 4-pack.
Yeah.
I was downing a whole case of those every day with dinner. And she kept saying, you know, you're drinking a lot, but you're on the defense. It's like, what do you mean I'm drinking a lot? I'm grown. You go through that, you know? And when I realized that I actually was, it was like, well, what's the problem? And you really feel like you want to mask it because you just want to come out of it. So it's an escape in the beginning.
I got to put the church figure up on that one, Lisa Ray. Now I got to be devil's advocate over there, because you know I love me some wine, and I think anything in moderation. You know, they say red wine and wine helps one. It helps me to relax. I love me a glass of red wine, because I'm gonna tell you something about me. If I don't have a glass of red wine, I'm gonna be up, and my little brain cannot turn off.
Mm-hmm.
And so for somebody to take that away from me and be like, oh, you know, it's the end of the day.
But your tolerance might be better, because for me, I wasn't drinking anything. You know what I mean? So for her, when she saw that, she know that was a difference in my behavior.
Okay,
you know? So
that's different.
Yeah. So it was like, for me, and then it went from that to me not getting tipsy or getting no kind of response to saying, well, now I need a extra one. I need another one. You know what I mean? But it was every night with dinner, like every night. And it was just like, yeah, I guess I have been doing that. And even now, sometimes you mask so many things. Like I go through a lot in my life now, you know what I mean? And every now and then I just want to just run.
So the moral of the story is to try not to judge people that you see having issues with substance abuse. I remember about 10 years ago, I went through a super deep depression, went through foreclosure, went through a whole bunch, like 5 things in a row. Any 1 or 2 of those things alone I could have dealt with, but like all them things in a row, I started getting drunk, I started drinking, and then you see me out, and then guess what? She a drunk, she a this, she a that. I was in so much pain from depression and sadness and emptiness, and before I, would judge myself and value myself based on if I had a man or how my career was going. 2 things you sometimes really can't control. And it really put me in a bad place. And you don't know what these people are going through behind closed doors. The DeBarge family, a perfect example.
Oh.
They've had a lot of problems with addiction. People want to make fun of them, but there was a lot of issues with that family, with molestation and sexual assault and abuse. And a lot of Black folks, we don't get therapy. And I'll just say people, period, don't get therapy. And we find refuge and comfort in a bottle and some pills and think we can cure ourselves.